You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's X Factor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's X Factor After Show.
All right, that sound can only mean one thing. It is the X Factor After Show here on AFTERBUZZ TV. I am JC, and let's stop wasting time. Let's introduce the rest of our panel, starting with my lovely co-host to my left.
Is that me?
Sure.
Hey, it's Nick Collins.
Hey, it's Jason Ikeler.
And of course, running the ones and twos, Steven. What's going on, Steven?
Okay, just listening to some great content by Jc Rubio, Nick Collins, and Jason Ikeler.
Oh, wow.
Well said.
What a
my
blessing,
friend.
Steven. You're really blessed to be back there.
Put this on my coaster.
All right, and thanks for coming in. This is what X Factor Season 3, Episode 17, the Top 10 Perform British Invasion Style. So before we get into the whole business of tonight, let's talk about last week's exit. We had first the exit of Sweet Suspense.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, that was
I've been
awesome.
waiting for them to leave.
I'm really stoked about that.
I was surprised.
Really?
Slightly surprised.
Maybe Americans proved to us that they're not as dumb as we thought.
They got it half right at least.
Oh my God,
Because-
Jason, you're firing tonight, aren't you?
Always.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I was proud of America. I was proud
Yeah.
of America, I will say.
Okay, because I'm gonna bring up this fact that actually the numbers are up. The ratings are going up for X Factor.
No way.
I
Yes.
think the show is getting better. Because I love X Factor, and especially the last seasons. This season has been my least favorite, but I feel like it's getting better.
Yeah, you could say, yeah, I could see that as well. And I thought tonight was pretty good, but our the ratings last week, I think it was close to 6 million viewers,
Okay.
and it was #1 for the tween audience.
Oh, wow.
So that's
So Demi Lovato will definitely be back next season.
Definitely.
And
Paulina
that's-
probably won't, but
yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's why I was surprised that Sweet Suspense left. But then that also pushes my theory of now, can anyone stop Restless Road? But we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah.
get me started.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about also the exit of Rachel Potter. And more surprisingly, Rachel Potter versus Kaya Cohen.
I was actually shocked Kaya was in the bottom two because I thought she was the best performance last week. Rachel, not as much shocked. I think she's a great vocalist, but I don't think she's done well in the competition.
I was surprised that they were both in the bottom two. I think Kaya definitely is one of the best and strongest voices. I think she has so much potential, but I thought Rachel was really marketable. There's something I thought that was just really marketable about her, and I thought that she had a great voice too. So I was really surprised to see her in the bottom.
Will either Sweet Suspense or Rachel Potter have a career after this? Will they have success?
No.
I don't think so. I was talking to somebody the other day that knows Rachel, and they were telling me that she was actually a little bit upset that the X Factor didn't cover her backstory more on the show, and they made it seem like this was her first thing, because she's been on Broadway touring shows, and she's been on the MTV show before, and she said that she almost felt like that hurt her more than helped, because it made it look like she was trying to hide these things, and she wasn't. X Factor just chose not to cover it, and I thought that was interesting.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Hopefully, maybe we can have her call in or come on, in the weeks ahead.
Definitely. Spill it all. Spill it all, Rachel. Right here.
AfterBuzzTV.com.
There we go. Nice plug. No, and also with that said, guys, and stay tuned for we're trying a new segment this week. It's called the Fan Question of the Day, and we had Chris Tronson from Front Row Features and Pacific Rim Video on the red carpet tonight, and he asked some of your questions. So stay tuned for that.
Exciting.
Yes. So
Whoop, whoop.
with that said, let's talk about tonight. Thoughts?
Yeah, there were some good performances. There was a few good performances. I think that I like the pace of the show now, now that it's starting to get down to the top 10, starting to really see who's gonna shine, who's not gonna shine, can really start weeding people out, and I think the pace is, starting to really get to where it needs to be.
Do you think our minds are changing, or are they just solidifying our thoughts from the get-go, like let's say with our first contestant?
What was our
Jeff.
first contestant?
Yes, that's how I was going.
He's horrible. The worst. But overall, I thought tonight the performances were better than they've been. But Jeff, on the other hand, I wanted to kill myself.
Why? Hold on.
Okay, Jeff
Agreed.
does not know who he is as an artist. This was a community theater performance, and he's up there doing something that like Lady Gaga or Adam Lambert would do. But then last week he's like a douchey Nickelback. He has no idea who he is. He does whatever they tell them, and he makes it worse.
Not only does he not know what kind of artist he is, I think he doesn't know where he is. Like, I think he just like woke up from a blackout and is like, whoa, I should probably like sing something while I'm up here.
Yeah.
For me, he's definitely not a star. He is so creepy. Every song he sings feels so forced.
And let's talk about how horrible his falsetto is. Horrible. And also, there were times he was singing, and I'm like, you're not even close to hitting the right note. Like, not like 3 or 4 steps off.
Now, and if people, Jason, you have a background in, was it vocal theory and
Vocal performance, yeah.
yeah? So the guy knows what he's talking about. I trust you. I just don't understand why you guys are all season have just
And I have a
watch him
background in
sing-
just saying someone's bad or
Yeah,
good.
you can tell. Even if you look, there was one week where his technique got a little bit better, but his throat is so like red and.
So you said forcing it.
Yeah, he's forcing it the whole time. But also, like, I love pop music, and just watching it from that perspective, if you look at somebody that's an artist on the show, like, I think Josh Levi is a good artist. He takes these old songs and he approaches them and makes them current, but he makes them a Josh Levi song. Jeff Goot doesn't do that. He takes a song and ruins it.
So with that said, I was going to ask Nick this. Is it that he just doesn't, he's not relatable, he's not current. No matter what he does, it's still very, like you said, not in like 80s and 90s, and he's just not current, and he's not relatable.
He's in no man's land. That's just where
Yeah.
he is. He's in no man's land. He is the epitome of karaoke. Like, he'll crush it at a karaoke bar.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, and you could totally tell this performance was choreographed. Don't you think? Like,
Yeah,
gets up, runs across the stage, slides on his knees, gets back up, runs to the other side of the stage. But it's so bad. So bad.
It's awful.
There's no winning you guys over.
No.
He's awful. No, he needs to leave. He needs to go away.
Bye-bye. And I don't care that you have a kid, Jeff. Get over it. Get a real job if you want to make money for your child.
Okay, we did talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough, because yes, I don't want to seem like I'm the PC guy here, but that is true. In his bio, he talks about, I do this for my son. No, you do not. If you wanted to, you could go to a trade school
Yep.
and become a dental assistant and have a great career and do those kind of things, but no, you have to sing,
X Factor is
Yeah.
my only option.
Yeah, he just needs to have an interview where he pulls a Breaking Bad moment and where he finally says, I'm doing it for me.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
You'd be honest. We're all doing it for us. I'm not doing it for my kids.
No. I could have a kid, Jeff.
Wait, I don't have kids. Okay.
Yeah.
With that said,
But I feel like you disagree with us. I feel like you really like this guy.
no, I just no, because I
You
wanted
just
to
feel bad for
It's
him.
getting warm in here.
It's not that I feel.
Ow, ow.
It's not that I feel bad for him. It's just I wanted to find out the why.
Yeah.
Why don't we understand him? Instead of saying, "Oh, he's terrible,"
Yeah.
Let's back it up. And you guys gave wonderful reasons why.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
We're wonderful assholes.
Hashtag. Well, let's move on to someone who maybe might turn the tide for us, Lily McLeod.
My favorite performance by Lily McLeod so far. I thought this was good because I wasn't comparing her to Whitney or somebody else when she sings a big song. I wasn't familiar with the song at all, but I thought she emotionally connected with it. Mm-hmm. I still think the X Factor is going to be the biggest part of her career. I don't think she'll do anything afterwards, but as far as she is concerned and her performance is concerned, I thought it was great.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Lily McLeod is, I agreed with Simon where we take her talent and her voice for granted because we expect her just to have this unreal voice, and she does. She has this unreal voice, but whenever I watch her, I don't know where to put her. Like, she's so good, but doesn't belong anywhere.
Who's better than her vocally on the show?
I'd say Kaya's comparable,
Okay.
especially when you consider the age difference. I think Lily should be on a show like The Voice, where it's more about that. Because like you said, X Factor has the tween audience, and tweens don't necessarily connect with Lily McLeod.
Yeah.
They'd be, oh, that's my mom singing. Oh,
Yeah.
that's my aunt singing.
Or my grandma. She's actually a grandma.
That's right. So, and I was going to say, I do see a future for her, possibly. I'm hoping. I'm the rose-tinted glasses guy.
Yeah.
I hope to see her doing adult contemporary or maybe some, gospel soul. A voice like that needs to be heard. Hopefully, she can catch on somewhere. I think it would be a travesty. Maybe she should have done America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Something like you said The Voice as well. But her voice is amazing. And tonight was my favorite performance of her so far.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And that's a lot to say because she's stunning just about every week.
Well,
Yeah.
it was so captivating too. I think especially for me is if they can emotionally connect with the song, that's what sells me, and you don't want to look away when she's performing.
I got goosebumps.
Ooh.
I got goosebumps.
It's one of those, for me, it's one of those things where it's like you are witnessing something just like so magnificent.
Can I
that,
get a
like,
witness?
That you just don't even have like a reaction, It's like, that was really good. Like, but it was not just really good. It was unreal. I just don't know where she goes. I don't know where she fits in this show.
So are we saying that she has no shot in winning it?
I don't think she's gonna win it.
I don't think she'll win it.
I don't think she's gonna win it, but she has an unbelievable voice. I have no explanation for what.
But
I'm
it's like
trying to
Simon
say.
said, the X Factor is about making stars, not necessarily finding the best vocalist. However, I mean, I think that's very important, but I don't think she's a star.
Okay. All right. Let us know what you think if you guys are watching us live on AfterBuzzTV.com. Like they said, hello. If you're not, make sure to tune in on YouTube.
All the tubes.
Yeah, all the tubes. YouTube, iTunes. Comment. Let us know what you think. Give us 5 stars and let us know where Jeff is. Excuse me. We're missing one of our 4.
Oh, I'm like Jeff Goot, hopefully driving away from Los Angeles because we don't want you here.
No, our co-host Jeffrey Masters, who's out in
Hashtag where's Jeff?
Yeah. Hashtag where's Jeff? Let us know.
He's in Vienna, I think.
Vienna.
Yeah, Austria. I hope he's watching X Factor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's watching X Factor Austria.
Oh,
Sure.
With that said, maybe this guy could compete on X Factor Austria and Paulina's group, Tim Olsted.
Tim Olsted, huh?
So, did we feel the sexiness as everyone was saying?
I wouldn't say sexy at all. I liked him behind the piano. I thought he should have stayed behind the piano because I think it hides the fact that he has no emotion. Vocally, I have no complaints. He's great. He's a great vocalist. He cannot, like Lily McLeod, how she connected to that song and made it her own. He doesn't do that, I don't think. And I think he's so uncomfortable when he's on stage. Even when he was moving his arms, it was a little awkward. But I agree with Simon. He should have stayed behind the piano.
There's something that I've always liked about Steve, and I think that going
Steve.
Tim,
you know what I mean. Why did I write Steve?
I didn't even want to. I just wanted to see if you could think of his name.
I'm thinking of
Paulina did the
Why
same,
did I say
unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
A few weeks back.
Because he's forgettable.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, there is something forgettable about him, but there's something that I've always liked about Tim. I honestly think that he has a terrific voice. I think choosing an Elton John song was the best move that he could have made. I loved the piano. Like, bring that back next week if you're around.
Yeah, I think he should never leave the piano.
He's got a great voice, and honestly, in my opinion, I feel like everyone else in this competition, they're trying to put into a category that's already established. And for him, I feel like there's not a whole lot of hymns in the market.
Do you know what the
if that makes
problem
sense.
is? The person I would compare him to is like David Archuleta. Remember way back on Idol?
Idol, of course.
David Archuleta had the cute factor going, though. You know what I mean? Like, he had that good voice, but he was like the cute little boy that you wanted to root for. Tim kind of seems like a whiny little bitch with no emotion. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he does. He has no stage presence. He has no emotion when he's up there. He's not, when he's singing the song, he's not connecting to it, but he sings it great. So I see where you're coming from, but like at the same time, I just don't see. I see kind of like a gap in the market where he could be. I don't know.
I get what you're saying, the idea of him,
Yeah.
but I don't think he'll fill any gap.
He's just being real right now.
Yeah.
I agree with Nick. I just want America to keep him here for a while because there's still a few weeks left. You don't know what's going to happen. He's the type of guy, I think his trajectory could, I'm hoping that he just, something comes out and he just stays behind the piano, plays to his strengths, stays in his lane, and just America falls in love with him. The soccer moms, the Southern Belles. Remember, the biggest audience voting are tweens. Cute guy, sweet guy. You know, he's not this super sexy guy. But girls, 14-year-old girls are gonna like him. He's sweet. He's cute. He's nice.
See, I think he's got the grandma vote. But I kind of
Yeah.
wish he was on Kelly's team because I feel like Kelly would really know how to work with him.
I think parents love him, definitely. For me, I think he's one of the most improved. I think that he's actually taking...
I'll give you that, yeah.
I think he's one of the most improved, and I think he's actually taking the advice and actually applying it. You know, instead of
I think
everyone just
he
being like,
is,
oh, okay,
in a way.
okay, and then just like doing their thing.
But I feel like a lot of the times, like, it's almost forced. Where they're like, you need to connect to the song. Okay, I'm going to stand up from the piano. Now I'm going to flail my arm. Like, it doesn't seem like that's a natural thing he would do.
Good call on the transition from the piano to the stand-up. Yeah, it was just a little awkward.
Awkward. Do you like him, though?
I hope. I like his voice. I just want more stage presence. I want more performance. I want that. I want him to dig deep. Maybe go to a hypnotherapist. We were talking about this during the show.
That'd be perfect.
Just,
That'd be cool.
just to get that stage fright out of him. Just so that he just lets it rip. And it turns into like remember Marcus Canty from season 1?
Yeah.
He's just gyrating. Who knows? Just something.
That kid was crazy.
He'll lose the grandma vote, but hey.
Whatever. I mean, I think even when you see him talking to his mom or something, he just doesn't seem like he's very comfortable. Like in life.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So you're saying he's shy in the morning? Like,
Yeah, like I think that's who he is, unfortunately.
hi, Mom.
Yeah, I think he's just like not present in any situation. Does that make sense?
We need to talk to some of his teachers.
We could continue on with the psychoanalysis of Tim Olstead, but we're going to move on to Josh Levi, who I think is definitely this season's Melanie Amaro.
JC pointed out while we were watching that Josh Levi has grown up. He's like literally going through puberty on the show.
Yes.
He is.
He's got broader shoulders. He's becoming a man. I don't know
Facial hair.
why everybody bashed on this performance. I thought it was great. I thought he took this song, he made it his own, he's brought some swag to it. There were a couple things vocally, but overall I thought he owned the stage. I agree with Demi, his dancing could use a little bit of work, but I again felt like I was watching like an award show performance.
Yeah.
To me, he is the X Factor.
Yeah.
He is exactly what the show wants, what the audience wants. He dances, he performs, he has it all. He really does. I bashed him a few weeks ago. I didn't want him to come back. I wanted someone else to come back. He came back, but he's proven me wrong. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the guy. I wrote down, even the judges said it, that he reminds me of like a light Chris Brown.
Yep.
You know, he's got the dance, he's got that smile, he's got that charisma. And I think everyone's going to eat it up.
Now that Justin Bieber's a douchebag, it's perfect because he can step in and take his place, and he's got that likability factor.
Right.
Yeah, Josh, he's by far one of my favorites in the show, and I would love to see him win. I think that he is the epitome of what the show is looking for and what they want. You know, what they want out of the contestant. Last week, he blew me away. He was on fire. There was everything about that performance was perfect, and this performance for me was it was really, really similar, where it kind of like it starts out kind of slow. You know, he's trying to like build it up, and then it like goes into this like electric, rendition that he really made his own. And when he's performing, I feel like I'm watching like an HBO special of his concert. And honestly, I was trying to like listen to the show and not watch him. And I actually think he sounds a little bit like Justin Bieber. I think that he can get to that level. I think, with enough training, enough whatever coaching, he can get there. I think that he's perfect. I really want to see him win.
I'm listening to your performance right now.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing? Are you praying?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there.
I don't know why Simon was bashing on him for having all those dancers either. I almost feel like Simon is ripping him down just because he's Restless Road's competition.
Yeah.
Which is stupid because once the show's over, Simon will sign Josh Levi.
I thought the same thing, that Simon is going to jump on him. That's the first guy he wants. Absolutely. And I think he's great. I think he'll be safe. Well, how do y'all feel? You think he's
I think
safe?
he'll be
he's
safe.
totally safe.
I mean, if the demographic is the tween demographic, I mean, this kid has it all then. I mean,
Okay.
I think that he's going to be safe for a while.
So now we're going to put the tween audience to task. This next performer, for me, I think the only way he moves on is because of the tween audience. To me, he's been shaky, and I've rooted for him. It's Carlito. I want more from this guy.
I don't think he has more.
It's because of his Spanish heritage.
No, there's just no. Is it really? You don't think he has more? I think
he
needs a
go
break.
ahead.
He needs a breakthrough. There's just something to dig deep. I don't. Maybe it's a different song. Maybe it's the mid-tempo stuff. I've always said mid-tempo songs are a killer
dangerous.
on any of these shows.
Can I be honest?
Please.
I really don't like him. I don't think I've ever liked him. I think I think he's very different from Jeff Goot, but I think it's in the same vein where it's really forced, and he's reaching for something that isn't there, and it's not coming.
Well, and I thought tonight's performance especially was corny. It looked like he was at a hoedown with his dancing. I don't know what the hell was going on with his pants, because he wasn't pulling off the Justin Bieber thing. They were like
the drop crotches.
They were like mid-tempo pants. They weren't skinny. They weren't large. They were just gross. He's a horrible vocalist. He can't sing.
I agree.
Karaoke. Get that boy some auto-tune.
I agree.
So what you're saying, he needs more of a backtrack, like some of our other other competitors.
If he was on Simon's team, I bet he would do a lot better, because Simon would have the background singer singing the whole time.
Yeah, I'm just saying he needs to not be on the show.
And I don't know what Simon thought about the production, because I thought that was so stupid.
Yeah. I'm inviting you to leave the show.
Bye-bye. Somewhere Mick Jagger is killing himself.
Oh my God, that was the worst song choice.
That was a horrible song choice.
That was the worst song choice.
Jeffrey Masters, if you're in Vienna right now, please call in. I don't care. I need some help here. We need some encouragement. We need to find something positive on tonight's show. And why don't we move on to something positive with Kaya Cohen?
There we go.
There we go.
I thought her performance, it's almost like a crescendo. Like, it started off a little wobbly, and then by the end, she nailed it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, go, JC.
I had a hard time.
Really?
Because I agree with you 100%.
Oh.
Woo! Absolutely. Come on. I love singers like her, like Carly Rose from last season, Amy Winehouse type. I love her soul. I just don't know if what our theory is, tweens, teenage females are going to relate to her.
Yeah.
Are they going to relate to her? I don't see that. I don't see it. I don't. She's too much of a throwback. Like Demi said, let down the wall. Was it Demi? Yeah, it was Demi. You have to let down the wall. What wall? I don't. Does she have a wall up?
I feel like she is. I bet she's a really fun girl, and like I feel like she's almost uncomfortable too. Not in her performance. I think her performances are great, but I think personality shows these shows a lot. It sells these shows a lot of the time, just like Restless Road. And you see their package, you want to root for them. And I think. Oh, I mean, most people, probably not us. But I hope she does well, because I hope she does well, because I think she's a super talented vocalist, and I think she's improved a ton over the competition.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like her audition at all, and I think she gets consistently better. And she's got such great control over her voice. My problem with this performance was I wish the band would have been a little louder.
Oh, really?
Like the way they mixed it, it sounded like her voice was too loud. I don't know.
I like her alone, because, I mean, I feel like a lot of her other performances have been really busy. I liked the song for her. I liked that.
Yeah, I thought it was a great song.
Yeah, I really liked the song. I liked the way that it was just, her up on the stage just killing it. To tell you the truth, I was really bored for the first minute and a half or so.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, she really brought the song to where it needed to be, and I think that she's definitely one of the strongest vocalists.
Okay.
And I mean,
is it her bad wardrobe? Remember they said, who was it? Paulina said, step up on the wardrobe?
I don't think her wardrobe is bad. I think she doesn't want to look like... I'm just not going to talk because it's going to be really mean. She doesn't want to look like Paulina, a train wreck. Paulina does not know how to dress herself.
What happened to her hair tonight? I mean, because when they're doing like the backstory, I was thinking, okay, like this girl needs to be relatable. She needs to get like a cute little makeover so the teens can relate. And then she comes out with some weird like Princess Leia like dead raccoon on her head and like something like a cape. It was like something like a helmet and then like a cape coming out of it.
Oh, that was Alona.
Yeah, you're confused.
Oh yeah. Okay, forget it. We're
muting Nick. But you're in the penalty box for that one for 30 seconds. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I thought Kaya's hair looked a lot better tonight.
Yeah,
remember it was frizzy?
Her hair looked.
I think Steven did.
Her hair looked really. Her hair looked really good today.
Okay, serious. When I think of Kaya, I think of who I'm listening to, especially at the end of that song tonight, was Shaka Khan, Aretha Franklin. The problem with that is, of the tweens, who's going to really know who that is?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to cost her in the end, unfortunately.
What she should, like maybe if she's saying, I don't know. I think she should almost hold back a little bit because she's such a great vocalist. but I think maybe she did like Sarah Bareilles Brave or something.
Yes.
With less runs in it, that might, because it's like she's so good, it's almost overpowering.
Well, and the problem with that is, great idea. They're starting to do too many theme nights, and when
Yeah.
they do theme nights, and most of these themes are from songs from the '60s and '70s, and that's going to end up hurting most people. It'll help Kaya, but not the audience that's actually voting.
Yep.
So it's this weird conundrum. So I really hope she stays. I really hope she avenges Carly Rose Sonnenclair. I'm still bitter. I wanted
I know.
Carly to win so
Oh, me
bad last
too.
season.
Yeah, I was really surprised. Yeah, I mean, I was really surprised that she was, not. Wait, was she in the bottom last week?
Kaya, yes.
Yeah,
it was-
it was
Yeah,
her
yeah.
versus
Yeah,
Rachel.
I was really surprised about that. So I mean,
Yes.
I think that she deserves to stay, especially after this performance.
So, well, hopefully better luck to her tonight. But here's someone who I don't think needs any luck. I think everyone's really falling for her, and she's growing each week. At least that's my opinion. Ryan Page.
Oh, okay. I agree. I thought we were going into Alana. That makes sense. I thought this was one of the best performances of the night.
Really?
Except for where she did the O's at the end. That was a little weird. But I like that she took the Elton John song. And this is my thing that I really like about Ryan, is that she takes a song and makes it her own. She always brings her country twang, but not in an annoying way to it. And I loved it.
I would like to see Ryan leave.
I don't know who blackened your soul, Nick Collins.
I don't know. She doesn't do it for me. I mean, I think she's got a good voice. I know that she's only got, so much farther to, grow, because she's only 13. But I don't know. There's something about it that I don't think she's going to win. Let me just put it that way. I don't think she's going to win.
I don't think she's going to win, but I think she's imperative to shows like this.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she's like oh my God, that's like inspiring factor.
But if there wasn't like something wrong with her, would she still be inspiring?
Yeah, because she's 13 and has a killer good voice.
And I will say this, what I noticed most about her this week is, I think out of everyone's working with a vocal coach.
Yeah.
I think she's the one taking the best direction from those coaches. I do. She caught me in the beginning of the song. It was clear. She had good pitch.
Yep.
Better than other weeks. And I think every week she's getting better. However, in the second half of the song, it dragged a little. And something I learned from you, Jason, is that the song lacked a little bit of a climb for me.
Yeah.
I like that big payoff now. You taught me about the climb. Now I
Yay.
want the climb every week.
Uh-huh.
So I see her getting better. Not my fit. And now I'm confused. But she deserves to stay. She does deserve
I
to
think
stay a
she
little bit
deserves to
longer.
stay too.
I think she deserves to stay this week. But
I don't think she'll win.
I don't think she'll. I mean, I don't know. She's good, but like, she's not the X Factor.
All right.
I think.
Hey,
I would like to.
we agree to
She should
disagree.
she'll get a role on Glee after this.
You think? Okay. All right.
Can you see that?
We'll see. But what about someone else who could also be on Glee? Ilona Santiago.
She has exactly what you said is the problem, where you shouldn't do a mid-tempo song on this. And I thought this was the problem with her performance. She couldn't decide if she wanted to make it a ballad or a dance track. And she was caught in the weird middle of it. And I thought this was her worst performance vocally.
Absolutely. I agree.
I would also like to see Alona go.
Do you know what? Tonight, I'm like, when she was doing part of the dances, I'm like, I want to see her do something really sexy. Like, sex it up. I don't know, how old is she? I don't know if that's okay
I think
to say.
she's 17.
Okay, you can sex it up at
Yeah,
17.
go for it.
But I want to see her like own something like sexy and slutty and nail it.
I don't know what it is. I feel like there's something really fake about her. And if there's anyone that's like unrelatable, I feel like she's
Yeah,
kind of.
I think she's definitely unrelatable.
I think she's unrelatable because like you see, I don't know what it is. It's
Would you
like,
say because of this week or overall?
overall?
Really?
I feel like she's like a fake pageant girl.
Wow.
I don't know what it is. She's putting on she's like, I feel like her life is putting on a show. And she's like trying to fit this like cookie cutter image that she thinks everyone wants to see her do. And I mean, she's doing a pretty good job at it, but I don't think that she's really taking it to where it needs to be.
So I think what you're trying to say also, she's had experience performing throughout her life. Probably she's polished. She's performed her whole her whole life. So that's why she's a product.
Yep.
Is that what you're trying to
She's
say?
like a product of herself.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know. I
She
mean,
seems like somebody who would have like child star parents, but I don't think she does. I think we've seen her parents and they seem pretty normal.
We'll have to research that,
Yeah.
definitely. If you guys know at home, let us know. I think possibly maybe this week was, for weeks, I've wanted her to perform without movement, without dancing, because every week we'd say, gosh, she loses some of her vocals with all the movement. And this week we got that static, that stationary Ilona, and maybe this was the wrong week for her to do it, because I thought there were a lot of strong vocal performances this
Yeah.
week. There were a lot of moments by the other singers. So we saw her exposed, unfortunately, this week. And the fact that she was, stuck, maybe she got in her head, and that's why it seemed maybe disingenuous.
Yeah, well, because I thought tonight, I would like to see her do something completely unplugged without dancing, but this was just so in the middle, and she should do something with just a piano.
I thought
do
it was
it.
a tough song for her. That song is really good, and Ellie Goulding has such like a unique voice.
Yep.
It's so hard to take a song like that and try to
And
make
she
it
has,
your own.
She has no consonants when she sings either. She's like, "Ah."
What was interesting is you were saying like you wanted to see her, stationary so she can hit these notes and everything. What I noticed was that because she was stationary, she was uncomfortable,
Yep.
and that she wasn't hitting the notes that she usually could.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe she was exposed tonight.
Yeah.
So could she be in trouble, or will the tween vote push her on?
I think she's in trouble.
I think she might be in trouble too.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I don't think I would like her if I was a tween.
Well, how about this? Let's move on to Simon's groups and to see who the tweens would love. I'm thinking Alex and Sierra.
They killed it tonight. I thought they were great. Well, actually, Alex killed it tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for fixing that. Sierra sounded okay. She again does not know how to connect to a song. Her and Tim Olstead should be in a group and just stare awkwardly at each other. Because I can't watch her sing. She has like deer in a headlight eyes, and she's just. I just want to slap her, get something, I don't know, it's not good. Alex is way better than her, but he needs to get his look under wraps because he's got that gross facial hair and he needs a haircut.
It's Movember, maybe. You
Maybe,
never-
I don't care. Get your prostate checked and shave your mustache.
Well, prostates aside, do you think, what if Alex performed on Idol? Because he's the white guy with a guitar. And we know the theory.
He'd probably win.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
His vocals were stronger this week. And for the first few weeks, we all thought it was Sierra.
Yeah.
Alex never really, she sang like 70% of the time and he put in like 30.
Well, because I think they are not cohesive as a band. I think he wants to be, I said this last week, he wants to be John Mayer and she wants to be Beyonce. And that doesn't collaborate.
You picked up Beyonce on
Did you see
Sierra.
her last week?
I did.
She was trying
Banging
to
on
like
the
do
wall.
the bang head. Like I don't think they should be a band. And I like the idea that this song was unplugged and I like the sound of it. And I think that's more of the type of music they should be doing. But I don't think he's authentic either because an authentic guitar playing artist would not do a One Direction song. And I love me some One Direction,
Okay.
but I'm just saying.
Do you think they picked that also because One Direction is going to be on tomorrow night? Helps votes, a little bit of strategy. Remember, Simon
Yeah.
is behind the team. And
I
he's
guarantee
always strategy.
Simon picked it.
Yeah.
I don't think they do. That's what else I don't like about them. I don't think they fight for what they want to do.
I think it was a smart move, though. Even if they didn't want to do that song, I think it was
Yeah.
a smart move because that song's relatable to the demographic that watches this show, and the way that they performed it is the way they should perform every single song
Yeah, I
that they
agree.
ever do. Like, that was perfect for them. But when you watch them, I feel like they both want the spotlight. So I think without them really even knowing, they are out singing each other. And this week, it was Alex, like, by far. He killed it. But they both want to be famous, you can tell.
Yeah.
Separately. Like, not together.
But
I feel like.
if Sierra was by herself on that stage, they'd rip her apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sierra needs Alex. I'm not sure if Alex needs Sierra, but Alex
up
needs
until
something.
this week, I think he did. This is the first week I had no complaints, but he might be horrible, and because she's so bad, she makes him sound better.
True.
We should listen to our critiques from a few weeks ago with Alex and Sierra, and I think it was just the opposite.
Yeah.
We were all pro Sierra, and we were like, oh,
Yeah.
Because that week, Sierra was great.
all right, so
So she's gotten worse. He's gotten better, but she's still like, she's got the dead eyes too. It's just I don't know. I hate it. Yeah, but she smiles while she does it.
That's so
Smile
creepy.
really big now.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Yeah,
Okay, now that I've creeped out half of America and our 13 viewers, I also want a quick question. Would you download the song on iTunes?
No.
What? Demi would.
Well, I would download Demi.
I would listen to it again, but I wouldn't. If someone had played it in their car, I'd be like, oh yeah, that was like a good version. But I'm not like gonna put it on my.
There's no
iPod.
pleasing you two.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
tough.
Restless Road will cure us all.
Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely not.
You guys are terrible.
They're so is Restless Road.
Seriously, we could spend an hour on Restless Rose.
Yeah.
We should just do a whole show about Restless Rose. We'll get there.
I like that you get all the names wrong too. Restless Road.
Are they get,
What are you talking about?
You said Rose.
I said,
I'm
Really invested.
I'm gonna end this alliance between you two. America's loving them. Who's going to derail them?
Americans also
I
voted
am.
George Bush as president, so clearly we don't all have the best ideas. They're horrible. They're the worst.
we're going there now, right?
They have all three of them are shitty singers. The guy with the facial hair had like 3 good notes at the end of the song,
Okay.
but they ruined this song. You know it's bad when you hear the backup singers singing the harmonies so loud, and then the 3 main performers come in and fuck it up. Excuse my language, but I don't know what else to say because it's that bad.
You, sir, are not getting a Restless Road t-shirt.
I would burn it.
America, if you are out there, please
Don't vote for Restless
listen.
Road.
This band is so bad. Why do you like them? They are so bad. Individually, they're actually all horrible singers. Together, they're even worse.
And you know what?
So bad. Look, I get it. I get what's happening. It's a great idea. This like little teeny bop country band. It's a really good idea. It's $1 billion idea, but not with these 3 guys.
Exactly.
Come on.
They have the X Factor. They're young. They're good looking.
they don't.
No, they're not even good looking.
They don't.
The only cute one is the awkward one, and he has a horrible voice. The other 2 are not good looking.
Well, you have very, very exclusive taste. I'm just saying.
Okay, but
that-
let's compare them to who else Simon's discovered. One Direction, 5 really, really good looking guys. You know what I mean? Look at Restless Road.
And they're all kind of, and like in One Direction, I mean, they're talented kids. And
Yeah, they can all sing.
They can all sing, and they all kind of like sing within the same range. When you're like singing, when you try your
One's
best.
singing really down here,
when you
one's
try
singing
your
really
best, it
nasally,
doesn't-
and
like,
one just doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
when the first dude's trying to sound like Chris Martin, and the other guy's like, but you get what you want, but you
Don't
something."
succeed.
Like, are you gonna listen to that song? Come
It sounds
on,
like
America.
a lot of times the younger singers, when they're going through puberty, sing really low at first because they don't know how to hit the high notes, and I think that's exactly what he's doing.
I will say, I like this. Is this a Hallmark commercial?
the
I like
more you
that.
know, NBC.
Yeah.
I will say, in their defense, this is the first time it looked like they actually knew each other when they were performing.
Well, they didn't look at each other, remember?
That's why. Because
what
they were on
Paulina said.
opposite sides of the stage.
That's true.
You guys are terrible.
So
No,
are they.
no, we're not. They are.
Restless Road is terrible.
They are so
I, as a human
bad.
being, am allowed to react to something that poorly.
I think you guys are in cahoots with the girls and just playing strategy because the girls are bashing the guys for strategy because they know Simon has a runaway group of these guys.
I don't think
you.
they were doing that because all 3 of those, I don't know how Paulina sounds live, but Kelly and Demi both have crazy good voices, and they're probably like, what the hell?
I was like, thank God the judges are saying something
Yeah.
that makes sense. Thank you.
Yep.
But, I mean, in Simon's defense, great idea. It's just not happening this time.
And what did Britney Spears say?
That was nice.
My team has more talent. Or Carly Rose has more talent in her pinky than your whole team does, and I feel like that's how the other teams are compared to Simon's. Horrible, horrible, horrible.
Wow. Let us know what you think in the comment or
But
think.
JC likes them.
It's not that No, here's the thing. I think they're right for this show. I've finally converted. I've learned. Trust me, I'm the vocal guy. I wanted Carly Rose to win. I think Kaya, I think Lily, their vocals are awesome, but they're not the X Factor, unfortunately. These are the people that are going to sell out stadiums.
No. But I will admit, when Fifth Harmony was on the show, I did not like them. But I thought they were all individually good singers. I just thought as a group they didn't click, and now I think they've learned. But they were cute, first of all. They had likable personalities. These guys just it looks like you picked 3 bums off the street and said, here, sing.
Yeah, you're like, you 3, go to Urban Outfitters, get whatever you want. Meet me back here in 5 minutes, and we're gonna sing something.
You in the middle. Don't shave. Can you grow facial hair? Okay, cool.
AfterBuzz TV Nation, let us know what you think. Who's right, who's wrong, but better yet, any final thoughts on tonight's show?
Yeah, a lot of people have to step it up.
All right.
I'm not just saying this because I'm biased, but I think it's Team Demi. Team Demi or Josh Levi.
Okay. Fair enough. So
Yeah.
before we move on to, of course, predictions, we've got a little new segment we're starting called the Fan Question of the Day. And we reached out to Twitter and all the fans to send us your favorite questions to ask Chris Tronson from Front Row Features and Pacific Rim Video. And he did exactly that. And we're going to air the top question of the night. So, Steven, do you have that queued up for us? I think he does.
Oh, and
already
it's
up
with
there.
our boy.
AfterBuzz question of the day, and that is from Clarice, and she wants to know who has the best pickup line out of you guys. Does any one of you have a good pickup line?
Zach probably would come up with the quickest on-spot pickup line.
Here, Cole, let me check your tag. I was just seeing if you were made in heaven.
What's up, Kaola?
Do you know what a dirt face is?
Dirt face, isn't
That
that?
dirt face where they're kind of like, oh, like you mess up. Like
Yeah.
one of those memes.
Yes.
They want you to give your best dirt face.
That's what he looks like when he sings.
Hey, am I right that was it Josh? Is he the tall, restless road one?
Yes.
He's the best looking.
No, Zach, actually. Zach, I'm sorry.
Zach.
Yeah, no. And once again, thank you, Chris Tronson. And for the questions that didn't make it, make sure you go. We're going to put the link down below in our description. You can find all the questions you guys submitted from Chris Tronson and Pacific Rim Video. So send us your questions next week, and we'll have them on the show as well. So thank you, Chris.
That was a treat.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was
With
nice.
that said, let's move on to some predicciones.
Ooh, who's in, who's out?
That's Spanish for who's getting the boot.
We're losing to.
Oh, well, you know what? As we always do, instead of saying who's going home, who was your favorite tonight?
My favorite tonight, I am gonna go with Josh Levi.
Okay.
I have 4 favorites actually.
Really? Okay.
Josh, Kaya, Ryan, and actually Lily
Okay.
for the night.
Since we gave Jason 4 favorites.
I know.
Well, my other 2 were Steve Olstead, Tim, and Kaya Cohen, and Alex and Sierra.
Okay, might as well just name everyone. The one
I
we
know.
didn't like was Carlito, I guess. No, my favorite tonight, I will go with Lily. I thought that was, she had a moment. Will she win? I don't think so, but she was my favorite. But who's going
home, JC?
Oh, I'm having a hard time. I'm split. I'm going with either Ilona Santiago or Carlito.
I'm going with both of them.
I'm gonna go with Jeff and Ilona.
Good call on Jeff. I totally forgot about Jeff.
I'm just praying.
Is it too late for me to change? Obviously it is. So, where can we find you, Nick?
Find me on Tinder, swipe right.
Jason.
Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jason Ikeler.
And Stephen Lemieux.
Find me engineering these great AfterBuzz TV shows.
All right, you can find me at Jc Rubio TV on Instagram and Twitter. So for Jason, Nick, Steven, I'm JC. We're your AfterBuzz for X Factor. We'll see you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.